I just scraped it off the top. Got it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the focus is on Elijah Mitchell. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the 49ers and the Rams. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a pickup from 11 on a first down on the first offensive play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still first down.
Let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Lance got a man. That's Ayuk. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Niners at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Lance now on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, and here's Lance. And it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing is Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. On the option, running left is Lance. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up. And it's now 14-0.
14, Rams, nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
To boot it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back to throw, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Stafford's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovery by San Francisco.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You mates all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing his lance on third down. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. If you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Stafford. Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. We'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. They faked the handoff. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field.
Touchdown 49ers. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0.
Rams, nothing. Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brings up third down and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Dances by him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Stafford. Completes it to Powell. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they get an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but have a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, LA! Tyler Higbee, 73 yards. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gales, up and good. And the Rams get a touchdown, 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. In trouble, and he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Taken from about the 12. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The Lance going to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Jones again, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through, and this is back down. Taken at about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah,
and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here.
So, overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Off the middle, here's Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Lance on the keeper. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance keeping it himself from 5 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. An inside give to Jones. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over. Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Lance now on first down. That's complete left side to Gray. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Another run with Mitchell. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give running right is Mitchell. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And the grab by Croft. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, 49ers.
First carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Daniels. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance going to keep it on the option. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the wrong place.
And you can bet they're reaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He came through with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Lance looking to throw it. is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Stafford. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Stafford to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Stafford. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Now Stafford. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap. They'll
run it with Jones. And yes, He's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Gay is on for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth. So they drive 12 plays in length. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in looks like, but I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Lance looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that won't help much. Only a yard on 1st down. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet. He's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 180 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the 49ers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Lance now to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They run over center with Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's the option play now to the left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second review. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Off the option, it's Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story.